Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who You With Kirk. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. Welcome to Speak On It. 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 Welcome to Speak. 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 Who You With Kirk, dog? Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, dog. Who You With Kirk, dog. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Hopefully y'all had a great day today and staying safe. Here in Texas, woo, it's still kind of raining here, cold and rainy. So welcome to the show, Robin. You on early tonight. Oh my gosh, my baby is over here dancing. He must seen me dancing in the background. Hey, shout out to Sean Martin for making that theme song for me. I appreciate it. I don't know why my post did not come up, what the show is about tonight, but tonight we will be talking about the killing of Walter Wallace Jr. I heard about this story yesterday, and I seen the video yesterday right before coming on, and unfortunately didn't get a chance to talk about it last night. But we're gonna discuss it tonight, and very disturbing. I want to know y'all opinion of it because I have my own personal opinion about it, and it's to the point now. Whoever get into office, we need to change some laws about what's going on right now. There's actually a protest going on in Philadelphia, and behind the shooting of Walter Wallace Jr. Yeah, this is crazy. It seems like every month we having to deal with this. Now, I don't know if y'all seen the video, but it's very disturbing. The police had been called to the home 4 times yesterday, and on the 4th time, they was hoping the paramedics showed up because each time they said he was having a mental breakdown. And with that being said, they had just did a roll call for the new shift to come in. So the 2 officers that showed up, actually it was 3 officers that was dispatched to the home. They basically had just came on duty. So they didn't know about, I would assume they didn't know about the other 3 calls. But when I seen the video yesterday, I'm like, okay. And I like to look at everything, make sure it's legit. Well, come to find out, as more evidence came out, that's when I realized he had mental issue, and also I realized that in my eyes, it wasn't a justified shooting because I thought about a story that we did, I guess a couple of weeks ago, where a police officer had gave chase to a young man, and he was trying to de-escalate the problem once he caught up to him. And the young man turned around, stabbed this police officer in the neck. And with doing that, uh, of course, he started chasing him again. But that officer made the choice not to use deadly force. And um, I'm going to put the number out in just a minute. And so the guy decided not to use deadly force. And since he didn't use deadly force, they was able to take him in custody. When I first seen that video, I'm like, okay, he ran from the police. He stabbed an officer in the neck. Why? And kind of find out that young man had mental issues also. Now, as I looked at the video several times today, I actually started thinking about that. I'm like, wait a minute. They was far enough from them, and there was two of them. Why one of them did not use a taser? Okay. If one of them would have used a taser and that didn't stop him, and if he was charging toward them, maybe it would have been justified. But because neither one of them, that was not an option to them. They both had the guns drawn, so they knew exactly what they wanted to do. And unfortunately, here in America, we see this happen all so often, where when it's dealing with a black man or a black woman and dealing with either one of them by the police, they automatic goes to lethal weapon instead of trying to use a taser to de-escalate it. That's the reason why our tax dollars and the donation was given to a lot of police departments to be able to save lives. But it doesn't matter when it comes down to a black person. So it's very disturbing to have to see these type of actions, and it's crazy. At some point, enough have to be enough, and until then, you're going to continue to see protests. You're going to continue to see riots going on. You're going to continue to hear people saying Black Lives Matter until our country understand that Black lives do matter. It's going to continue to be an issue. Robert, I'm trying real hard. I hope your son is not near the speaker right now. So in case something flipped. But the whole thing is in this. With what I've researched today. Yeah, he did have a knife. Nobody said he didn't. Just put it out there. He did have a knife, but they was so far from him, they could have used alternative measure to stop him. But that wasn't an option because he was a black man. And that's what really upset me. And if you're looking at the different news outlets up there, they all talk about police shooting killed armed black man with a knife, but they not breaking it down. Now, apparently, during this time, hold on. Robin said, my son is 10. He is autistic. He is always in a fight or flight state of being. He would try to get away. However,
If he cannot, he will fight. I would never, ever, ever call 911 for help for my son, not what I call for my mentally ill nephew. Um, Cops are for enforcing laws. They have no business dealing with mental illness, mental ill people. I agree with you. We seen a couple of months ago, I believe it was in Colorado, if I'm not mistaken, where a teenager dealing with mental illness that was having a mental illness breakdown, and the cops shot him because he ran away from him unarmed. He shot him. So that's very disturbing, having to deal with stuff like this. Robin also said I would never call the police for a mental illness emergency, period. Cops are not trained for this. And actually, they called for a paramedic. The cops just got there before the paramedic did. So that was what I discovered with all the research I did. Um, it's 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 crazy. That's the reason why a lot of cities are trying to start up a police oversight board. Um, oversight board, and actually last night Philadelphia was having a meeting to for the proposed police oversight commission in Philadelphia. That meeting was interrupted because of the shooting. So hopefully they went back today and passed it and decide to get it, because more things need to be said and done. This is happening way too much. It doesn't make any sense, and they could have done some things to prevent it. First of all, put it like this: if the family called 4 times, the first time you probably should have took them to get help. They said his medication is not working right. Trust the family. Take them to go get help. But then, if you don't take them the first time, you had 2 other calls for the same thing, all in the same day. Then the fourth call, he's dead. And from what I've seen and heard, um, the mother was trying to de escalate the situation. She was there trying to de escalate it, but when the police pulled their guns, that actually caused the bigger problem. Um, Robin also said, my son is 10. He has autism. He lives in a state of uh, fight or flight. Always he is upset. He will try to go away. However, if he can't get away, he will fight. She also says, so what? He had a knife. Where's the de-escalation tactic? Exactly. The mother was trying to do that. Welcome to the show, radio. I posted, put up one of your posts a while ago. Then welcome you to the show, but welcome. Thank you for always being a faithful listener. You, Robin, Eva Donkey. Um, can't they develop more non-lethal tools for police? That's the reason why they push the taser so much. They pushed the taser to say it was less lethal force. Um, but in certain ways you have to do it, because you're not supposed to shoot anyone directly in the heart, because that could kill them. But here it is. That was not an option from the videos I seen. That was not an option, because when the video came on, they already had the drawings guns drawn. Um, Robin said every single city must have emergency mental health care teams. They don't. No, they don't. They was actually having a meeting at the time of the shooting um, because they're in the process of trying to get a police oversight board there. Dallas had one, and with Dallas back on June 13th, um, we actually had Jay Swabro. I know I said it wrong, uh, in case you're listening, but had him on. He's actually one of the members of the Dallas Police Oversight Board, which was a great interview. So definitely, if you get the opportunity, you could go to YouTube and look at that video, and hopefully every city will consider doing that because they are independent. They do not work for the city. They are independent. And when an incident happens, a mass phone call, text goes out, regardless of what time it is, they go. They get up and go to the scene. It's none of that wait 3 days before you can talk to a police officer. No, they go to the scene right away and start investigating it. And they're completely separate from the police department. So every city needs to have more opportunities like that to bring more people in. Um, Eva Donkey said maybe we need more mental health facility. Well, during this time, and I don't know about Philly, but during this time, a lot of people are stressed. They are really stressed with the fact that we're in a pandemic. We don't see an end in sight. And due to that, people have lost their jobs. Some have lost their homes, and it's a stressful time. And then when you have people that's um, making threats during this time, that make it even harder for people. Um, so it's definitely a hard time for everybody. Um, Robin said I was on every single waiting list within 30 miles for therapy for my son for 2 damn years. We did get help after 2 years, and he is doing amazing. But we are the lucky ones. He is in a small private school with people to that want to understand him. We got diagnosed, and I stay home so he could. Um, so he's good, but most people can't do what I could. Families need help. We need early intervention. I agree with you. I do. I definitely agree with you. Matter of fact, on the news this morning, um, here locally, um, like I told y'all before, sometimes things come up, have to Google. Um, so just a minute. Um, there's a, I want to make sure I had the correct name. Um, I should have wrote it down, but I had just woke up. Uh, so in Garland, Texas, um, hold on. Um, uh, I'm trying to get it up because I want to be able to get it. Um, um, want to be able to give the name of the facility that they're working with. Um, I know the city of Garland, but you have to be a resident of Garland. They are offering free mental health counselors for the city of Garland, but you must be a resident in order to get it. And I'm trying to check their website to see if I can actually get the name of the place that that is providing the counseling. I feel like that's a great thing because here it is, we're in the middle of a pandemic. People are stressed. People are stressed, and we definitely need need more cities to get on board with that. And because it's crazy how things are right now. People are stressed. Some people don't know if they're gonna go to bed hungry or not. Um, which is another issue. A lot of kids are going to bed hungry, especially if they're still doing virtual learning. For the simple fact, um, a lot of kids, they only meal came from the school. So we um, have to be able to do something to provide, um, especially mental health for people. And I'm trying to find the name of the place. I know it was. No, I'm sorry. I said the wrong place. I said Garland, but it's actually Mesquite that is offering residents free mental health service. It's Mesquite, Texas. You live in Mesquite in order to qualify. So, um, so that's actually Mesquite, Texas. So if you are in Mesquite, you are able to get free mental health counseling. Um, I'm gonna post the website. Um, come to the show, T Cal. I didn't see you come in. I was on a different page, but this is actually the organization that is doing it. They have teamed up. Oh, why is this thing asking me for a password? Uh, hold on. It looked like I got logged out for some reason. Okay, I'm back on. I don't know why I did that, but uh, it's the city of Mesquite that actually working with this organization to provide mental health for the entire city of Mesquite. You must be a resident of Mesquite in order to get free health care. Um, Eva Donkey said cops need to carry neck guns. Uh, it's not a laughing matter. I don't know what's going on in my system, but for some reason, it's not even allowing me to post the messages. Um, so see if I can try to. Um, okay, I don't know what's going on, but it would not allow me to post the message on the stream. So um, Eva Donkey said cops need to try to carry neck guns. Um, they need to do something. They definitely need to do something. Um, yes, they are safe. TCal said, "Hello, sir. Had to work tonight, so I'm in and out. No problem. I thank you for being a faithful listener." Robin said, "That's awesome. Even kiddos without underlying condition are feeling the stress and lack of hope and fear. Parents are terrified and kids are feeling it. Yes, that's why they actually offering um, the service um, to these families, to this city, actually. So it's the entire city of Mesquite. If you are a resident a mesquite, um, you can get um, counseling for you and your family for free. So that's a wonderful thing. TCal asks, what's the talk tonight? Right now, we are talking about um, Walter Wallace Jr., the young man that was killed in Philadelphia. And then I'm also going to, yeah, I'm going to talk about the tweet that the clown sent out this morning about the situation. And I cannot wait until next week. I hope like hell he's out of there. Um, of course, we probably gonna end up in court, but at the same time, at least we'll know he's on his way out. Um, so hopefully he will be heading out soon. Um, I agree with you, Eva Donkey. I think um, net gun could be good. Um, even bean bags could be good. And so either one of them would be better than killing people. So I think either one of them would be good for that situation. Um, excuse me. So that's my opinion. Any alternative instead of using deadly force. Now, if the guy had a gun, that's completely different. Um, but they were so far from him, they um, could have easily just used the taser, um, and that could have been good too. Just use the taser and go from there. Not sure what is going on with my chat now. It stopped working altogether. I hate to see if I can refresh it. Hold on. Guess we're still on. Okay. Uh, I guess it came up that time. Had to refresh it. It didn't lose the page. For some reason, my chat just stopped coming all together. Um, yeah, it's like poking a bear, but at the same time, we as a people need to be able to have have some laws in place. Need to hold the city officials accountable. Uh, need to have a police oversight board to actually be able to. That's not going to prevent it, but it have the help for when something like this happen. People can respond and investigate it. That it's not the police investigating the police, basically. So um, after the shooting last night, welcome to the show, Marcella Smith. Um, Eva Donkey spoke to you also. After the show last night, um, a riot did break out. And with the riot breaking out, um, yeah, it was because it came out, he was shot 14. It was 14 shots that happened. 14 shots. A riot broke out, and at least 30 police officers was injured. Uh, at least one female police officer had a leg broken by a speeding black truck. Um, and at least 91 people was arrested last night. So hopefully it's a little bit more peaceful tonight. I don't agree with breaking into stores. It's okay to protest. I had no problem with protesting, but breaking into stores and stealing merchandise, only thing that's going to do, you turn up your neighborhood, your city, And what's going to happen? That's going to it's going to be a trickle down effect because insurance company going to cover it, but now your home insurance going to go up, your car insurance going to go up. So it's going to be a domino effect. And we have to get smarter. And the ones that's doing it, hopefully they was the ones that was arrested. Um, uh, uh, yeah, Eva, I think we on the road tonight. Damn, I've been agreeing with you about a lot of stuff tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna see how long that lasts though. Um, he actually said, "Yeah, no, it's bad that that guy got killed, and I'm all peaceful. I'm all for peaceful protests, but these riots, like, dang, those business owners don't don't got no responsibility in the matter." Yeah, I'm like this. Don't take it out on innocent people. Don't. Um, I don't know about that. He said no insurance fully covers the cost of riot damage, maybe half, and that would bankrupt the store. Welcome to the show, Kevin Brickman. Welcome to the show. Thank you for tuning in. First time saying your name. You can actually chat live with us during the show. Um, and you are listening to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt, though. Right now, we're actually talking about Walter Wallace Jr. that was killed last night in Philadelphia. He was 27, had 7 kids, and had one on the way. Just recently got married, and now he's gone. He's gone. So he was having a mental health breakdown. The family had called the police, called for help 4 times. The first 3 times, no help. The fourth time, they was hoping the paramedic got there first, but instead the police got there and end up shooting and killing the guy. 14 shots was shot between 2 officers. So that's not good at all. And I feel like they could have used the taser for the simple fact it was enough distance between the two of them, and they could have used a taser to de-escalate the situation. Instead, they chose to use their gun, and we see this happen so often when it's dealing with a black person. So Robert said, wouldn't it just be easy to change the system and hold police accountable? Yes, but unfortunately, if you have a oof, if you have a dumbass leader like we have, it's gonna be hard. It's really gonna be hard to hold them accountable. Um, Robin said, agreed, and let it be clear: protesters are not rooting and looting. Yes, but then when you have, I decided to uh, let me go back. I seen on one news article where um, uh, Joe Biden did make a comment. He said, "We cannot accept that in this country a mental health crisis end in death." And at the same time, um, no amount of anger at the very real and just in our society excuse violence. And that was what uh, Joe Biden said. Um, Eva said, it does bother me a bit how often you bring up race. I believe we all equal. No, we not. No, we not. Look at the history of America. You will see we're not all equal. No way in hell we are all equal. Um, Robin said 4 times, like, why wasn't he taken to a mental health facility after the first or second call? And for the record, this isn't fair to even send police to this situation. No, it's not. They could have sent the paramedics. That's what the family was hoping that showed up, the paramedics, but instead they sent the police. Um, yes, change must happen for the good of everyone. Uh, see, Evil, every time I say we on the right track, you start saying some stupid stuff like that. But we'll let you make it. I understand the reason why you do it. And so when we have a leader like Trump, what he would do, he would actually tweet out, uh, which is crazy. I'm like, how you gonna tweet out something like this? Um, so Trump tweets, Philadelphia must have poll watchers after violent riot erupt over Walter Wallace police shooting. Now, most leaders, if they believe in what they're saying or not, most leaders are going to say, I'm praying for the family, praying that justice brought together, whatever it is. You worrying about the damn polls. That tell you how much he really care about the black community. That's why I say he's racist. That's exactly why I say he's racist. He don't care. That's why I tell Eva all the time, he don't care about you. For the simple fact, here it is, he more concerned about the polls than anything. Well, you talking about poll watchers. Why the hell in California are they setting up fake ballot boxes at a mega store to collect ballots? That is fake. That is collecting fake ballots. Well, they collecting real ballots, but they have a fake ballot box. And then on top of that, the person come in, um, the person come in, and it basically was saying that the woman had it on video, asking them, "Hey, um, can I drop?" If she went into the store, it had uh, Trump 2020 mega um, hats and signs, and back the blue hats and signs, which is fine. But then the woman said, "Hey, can I drop my ballot off here? I seen a ballot box out here the other day." She said, "Yeah, they came to pick it up, but we can put it in our safe until they bring us another one." And the young lady sent it to the Secretary of State. Said, "Y'all need to investigate this." So right now they in hot water because of it. Why are you setting up fake ballot boxes to collect ballots? And I feel like they need to go to jail, because here it is, you are tampering with voting material. So you should be going to jail. And it's crazy how they talk about everything else, but one thing they don't do is talk about stuff like that. You have to dig for stuff like that. That should be on main media to hear about stuff like that. So yeah, it's very disturbing when we hear stuff like that and nothing is being said, nothing is being done. It's going to be a slap on the wrist, and they're going to keep on doing what they're doing. So Robin said, "Nope, we are not equal." See that? That's the problem. People truly believe this is the case, but fact alone show we are not. I just I agree with you, Robin, but I know you aren't able to see all the message that comes in, and I overlook a lot of them. For the simple fact, I'm just not going to give energy to stupid comments like that. So, Radio said Trump is a very damaged person. He's beyond repair. Just get him out of office. Yes, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Um, um, Even talking about what he tweeted had nothing to do with race. It's the statement itself. It's the statement itself. Um, Even in person, because it's a known fact that Russia tampered with our election last time. So with that being said, even in person, we still need a vote. We need to. It's probably a little bit safer than a mail-in because we never had mail-in ballots problems until Trump started talking about it. That's the reason why they started pulling up the mailboxes. That's the reason why GOP is setting up fake ballot boxes in California and laughing about it. Each and every last one of them that had their hands in it, that store should be shut down. That store should also, the owners of that store should be going to jail. Anybody that was accepting ballots knowing they are not a licensed ballot, don't have a licensed ballot box, should go to jail because you are tampering with voting information and you are causing voter suppression. Because probably what they're doing, anybody that come in look like they're not voting for Trump, you think they're going to send no ballots in? Hell no. They're not going to send them in. So it's they should. Um, Robin said by Trump had told his coach to do this kind of stuff. Vote twice, change your. We are. We see nothing happening to Abbott, etc. Exactly. Exactly. Trump did tell them in Virginia, vote twice. Vote twice. What type of leader is that? Um, I'm entitled to my own opinion, right? I'm just curious. I'm entitled to my own opinion because the facts of what Trump have done over the last 4 years and even before then have all been racial motivated. So just because the problem is even when you have a racist mentality, mindset, what happened is at that point, whenever you say things because of the way that you speak normally, it's always going to come out as racial motivated. He set that tone. I don't speak for him. He said it. All the lies that he tell. So he's the one that set that tone, not me. I'm just going by his history. That's all I'm doing. Uh, Robin said, here's the thing. Freedom of speech, okay. But you do have to be careful that only facts are declared on your platform. Yes. Uh, Good for you. Same thing Leslie did the other day on 2020. Exactly. And you seen what he did. You seen exactly what he did. And not only that, a story came out about that. She been getting death threats. They have to hire 24-hour security to be around her because of the death threat after that interview aired. It's a lot wrong with that. But some people may feel like it's not a problem. So yeah, they have to do. They have to keep it. Keep making these threats, and I'm like, why? That's why I asked the question for the last 2 nights. If the person you voting for don't win, are you willing to lose your life? Because the problem is, once it's all said and done, these people are damaging relationships that they will never get back, all because of their political views. they'll never get it back. So yeah, you are right, Robin. Um, Radio said the Republican Party represent themselves as patriots. They are not. Yet they do everything they can to suppress voters. You right. They do everything. They will win by any means necessary. Hell, I think they'll run over their own mama just to if she decide not to vote for them, because that's what they do. They bully their way into getting people to vote for them. Um, uh, I would say Trump. I would say Trump. Yeah, the U.S. on the voting machine. He's the leader. I would say him. Entitled to our own opinion, but those opinions cannot be out there as facts. No, they not. Um, well, you cannot tell me to watch something in the middle of a show. I don't have time to pull up everything you want me to watch, especially not in the middle of a show. The same people yelling about pro-life with threatening life in their next breath. Yep, Trump culture, hypocrite. You're right. I watched a little bit of um, his rally tonight. I it was hard to stay up. Um, he gonna say you have a choice to make next week: either Trump or Boone, and Biden a lockdown. Let your let's get your governor to open up. Once again, as numbers are going up, uh, um, as numbers of the coronavirus continue to go up, he want them to get the governor open up back up Wisconsin. Um, so with that being said, when he said that about Minnesota a couple of months back, then all of a sudden people start making plots to kidnap that governor, and also talked about murdering her. So when he says stuff like that, I'm quite sure what's going to happen sooner or later is probably going to be some type of threat come out for the governor of Wisconsin, and it's crazy. Um, then he talked about the lies, talking about Biden and his party is incite police violence. Last night, Philly was tore up by Biden supporters. A lot of police officer was injured. Biden has a lot of bad body language. Uh, One thing about this job, you have to want it. No, it's just the fact that Trump is a very sick individual. He needs some help. He really do. And I don't know if y'all seen this video or not. I didn't pay attention to it when him and First Lady was walking off the stage, and he went to grab her hand. She snatched her hand away. Mm. I, I wonder how long will it take once he's out of office? How long before she leave him? Because I don't think it will be long at all. Um, Robin said because he doesn't care about the American citizen, he needs to be re-elected to stay out of prison. Yes, that's why he's pushing this so hard, because he know he's in trouble. He know he is. That's why he talk about his Trump, his taxes, talking about I cannot and give you my taxes up on the audit and all of this, and the IRS said that don't have nothing to do with you releasing your taxes. Have nothing at all. So with Trump, he just a good liar. That's all. Well, I won't say a good liar. He's a bad liar, but uh, he yell and eh, get upset all the time, make faces just to get people to listen to him and do what he want to do. He scared them that if you don't do what I want to do, what I'm asking you to do, you're gonna lose your job. That's all he tried to do. So yeah, Trump is a big old bully, a thug. I said it. Yeah, I stick by it. Radio said for Trump is viewed as innovative and political for some people. He Trump don't know what he's doing. He really don't. He don't. Um, this is happening. Trump, American in his watch. Yes. Uh, please, she can't leave with all his NDAs. You know dang well his prenup is in lock, no holes. Yeah. Uh, so so that's basically um what's going on. And Trump made some other comments. Trump said that that this campaign have cost him billions of dollars. He could not be happier in the first 3.5 years. It cost him billions of dollars. Where that money go? Because we pay every time you go stay at your hotel. And we pay every time you travel. Hell, as we can see, you ain't paying no taxes. So I'm just kind of curious myself. Um, where did the $1 billion go? Is that the debt that you owe somebody for a billion? Think it's like 400, 500 million, close to 500 million. And if it's not paid on time, it's going to end up being a billion or something. Is that what he's talking about? I don't know. So, um, oh yeah, oh yeah. She probably have to wait until he go meet his maker. When he go meet his maker, then she could talk. Cause then he cannot go to jail. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. It will be interesting as soon as he get out of office. And she probably ain't voting for him either. Then again, she probably didn't have a choice because they probably checked her ballot before she put it in because they did a mail-in ballot. The same mail-in ballots that he said it's not a well, I take that back. It was reported he did a mail-in ballot. He probably voted twice because I know a month or so ago they said he did a mail-in ballot. Then last week they had him on the news putting their ballots in. At the same time, Pence and his wife voted themselves. So who knows? He probably voted twice for himself. I don't know because I thought he mailed this ballot in about a month ago. They may want to check on that. Welcome to the show, Alex Santillion. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome to the show. First time seeing you on. You can actually chat live with us during the show, and um, definitely tune in. Um, so I think Trump may he could have voted twice. Who knows? He told a lot of people to vote twice. Oh, excuse me. Um, so then Trump made a comment talking about Biden wanted to bail out cop killers. Um, I'm like, what? He claimed he saved Kenosha, Wisconsin by sending in the National Guard. I'm like, okay. Um, I don't know. Then he said if the left wing mob win, they will burn down America. He claimed Biden declared war on cops. The great American only want um, level playing field. Claim they will wait 10 days to count and they will add more ballots to it. Talking about the mail-in ballots. Once again, full of lies. Talking about they'll add more mail-in ballots and talking about Biden is declaring war on cops. No. Uh, and you talking about only thing they want is a playing level field. The great America only want playing level field. When have it ever been level? I'm just kind of curious about that. When have it been level for everybody? Because it never have been. Never been level. So that's the type of things Trump lie about. And some of his followers, I'm not going to say all of them, some of his followers believe in that mess. And if you really think about it, you know it's not a level playing field for everybody in America. It never have been. That's why I asked Adam last night. I was like, "Hey, when was American great for Black folks?" And he even admit it never have been. It never was. So yeah, that is a concern. Welcome to the show, Angela A. Norwood, listening on Facebook. You can actually tune in, chat with us live in the chat room, and definitely chime in, give your opinion. Um, Try to catch up on some of these messages. Radio said Melinda will probably get a book deal at some point to make her money so she could leave him. Exactly. But knowing him, he probably made sure she can't get nothing. Matter of fact, he may try to deport her. Oops. Robin said, that's right. You caught that too. Radio said, doesn't Trump also say that Biden want to destroy the servers too? Yes, he said that. He actually said in that rally that if Biden win, he want to send our jobs to China. Now, I'm talked about this on the show before. Um, where do he make his ties at? Because it's not here. I'm just saying. He talking about taking jobs to China, and said Biden would outsource jobs, and said he'll bring jobs back home. Why you haven't brought your ties back to America, which they probably would never made here in the first place? He even said in the debate, any businessman would want to do business in China. That's because it's cheap labor. But if you really for America, the price you charge for your ties, why not? He even talked about paying people a minimum wage of $15 an hour is too much. But think about it. If a business, I don't know, different business, but say if they raise the price of whatever they selling a product up, say 10 cents or even a quarter, people not going to complain about that. But at the same time, they still going to make their money. That will cover the $15, the difference they paying them. Why not? Since it's about making American great again. I don't know when it was ever great. Um, I've never seen it great. So, and the history of America is definitely not great. That's why they don't want to teach the real history of America in school. That's the reason why. So um, Robin said, listen, this is happening under Trump watch, not Biden, not President Obama, but Trump. Yes. Yes. You have your own opinion, Eva, but you are the one going by the name Eva Donkey, not me. So that sounds like a statement for you. Um, Robin said it's never been an even playing field, not ever. We see the GOP cheering right before our eyes with voter suppression. Yes, people, please remind your viewers about Harris County, please. Yes, we got to vote. Which part of Harris County are you talking about? Because I know Harris County did. They broke a record for the first day of voting, and I know in Texas we're actually uh, um, hold on. We actually I want to say I heard last night that we oh yeah, that's in Texas. They tried that. They tried to do that, but the judge overturned that. Uh, Greg Abbott wanted to have one box for each county. Um, they wanted to have one box for each county, and Greg Abbott actually overturned it. Well, Greg didn't overturn it; the courts overturned it. So that's um, that's what happened with that. Now they still may be trying to fight. Um, so it's definitely um, they're trying to do some stuff. Where are you getting your news from, Eva? Just curious. Where are you getting your news from? When you see multiple outlets reporting the same thing, and actually on this Trump, what I'm talking about with Trump, I actually watched the rally on his Twitter page. Like I said, I follow him. So if it's not true, it was him at the rally. His Twitter page was hosting the rally. So I want to know where the lie is. And tell me where the lie is. Um, I got it from his Twitter page. So if that wasn't him, that was somebody unhacked into his Twitter account with a rally in Wisconsin and looked just like him. Uh, so if it came from his Twitter page, who else could it be? Tell me who it could be. Welcome back, T Cal. Um, Robin said the one box. We talked about that. Uh, okay. Um, Robin said, I may be mistaken, but I'm talking about Abbott. Yes, it was actually Abbott, Greg Abbott. Um, we're going to have to get him out of office too when his time come up because he really tried. He really tried. And he actually tried to have one ballot box for every county. That's crazy. And but but then again, today in the news, and um, something came up about that thug Ken Patson, um, and I call him that for the simple fact 5 years ago had fraud brought up on him, and just last month the FBI is investigating him of of abusing his power in the office, something by maybe even bribery or something like that. So they are investigating him. Um, um, so today it came out in Gregg County. Um, um, Trying to pull it up in Gregg County. Uh, Ken Patson announced the charges came up between an elected official in Gregg County from a 2018 election that was basically um, where they sent in mail-in ballots saying that um, it was people mail-in ballots where they were saying they was handicapped and they couldn't go to the polls and all of this. But when it was said and done, um, I guess they was arrested today or yesterday or something. But the problem is, how are you going to have somebody who is indicted on two different cases accuse somebody else of doing something illegal? That don't make sense. He shouldn't even be touching that case. And they trying to prove a fact of voter fraud, but here it is, you trying to do voter suppression. That's why all three of you need to go. Uh, Ken Patson, Greg Abbott, um, Dan Patrick, um, hell, John Carter, who is on the ballot now. He voted for the Supreme Court justice last night. He need to go too. Ted Cruz, he did too. He need to go. So all five of them need to go. In my eyes, they all need to go, and that's the way we see it. They have spent their time, so it's time for them to move on. Um, Let me try to catch up. Okay. Robin said, got it. Uh, there have been several attempts at voter suppression by GOP. Yes, that's the reason why they set up the fake ballots in California, and they're being investigated now. Um, Robin said, I watched Trump speak and I listened to Fox News, so I hear this crap right out of his mouth. Make my ears bleed, but I do my homework. Exactly. Some of it, after you hear some of the things he say all the time, you automatically know it's lying. Because what, who gonna call for violence against a police department? Who? Who in their right mind would do it, especially as an elected official? It don't make sense. So I knew that was a lie the 2 or 3 times he said it. Um, okay. Hey, Gage, how you doing? You doing your? What time is it there? 7 o'clock. Have you already ate dinner? Um, I just seen your message. Hopefully, still around, and hopefully, like the song. I appreciate Sean Martin for doing that song for me. Radio also said I watch live press conference, and people are committing committing down below that this is fake news. how can you how can a live event carried by multiple news channel be fake? Exactly. That's what evil want us to believe, because people within that people that normally support Trump, if you say anything that is against Trump, that's the first thing they say, fake news. Matter of fact, I seen a video earlier. I think it was on Instagram and from the Lincoln Project. And this video was from 93, I believe. It was the interview with Donald Trump and a reporter. And Trump was during this interview, and the guy asked him a question And Trump got upset and walked out the interview. So he been storming out of interviews for a long time. And talking about, why are you being mean to me? And he got up and left. So yeah. Um, a lot of people say it's fake news because here it is. Trump just lied for the hell of it. Uh, I think radio put on there last night. Since he been in office, he lied over 20,000 times. If I'm not mistaken, that's what the numbers were. Um, okay, that's your opinion, Eva. Uh, okay, okay, that's your opinion. How do you feel Ted Cruz is the best? I want to know. I'm in Texas. How do you feel he's the best? I don't see it, and I'm here. I never felt like he was good. But I can tell you one thing: when his election come up, he won't be in office no more. I could guarantee that. Um, uh, that's for the simple fact they know that the states are getting ready to change colors. They already predict Texas is finna change. It's finna change. A lot of states are gonna change. That's why they trying to do voter suppression. That's why they trying to do the voter frauds. So yeah, it's finna change. Um, Radio said Ted Cruz was born in an evil socially healthcare system up here in Canada. Yeah. Then he moved from there, and now we stuck with him. But hopefully he leave again. Uh, T Cal said just came back. What did I miss in the last 5 minutes? Well, we talking about Trump and um, Ted Cruz, Ken Patson, and Eva keep want to throw up conspiracy theory. Um, the norm. But thank you for keep checking in. Robin said, "How is this going to be fake news when we see um, out right before our eyes, this crap can be invented?" No, excuse me. And guys, that's why I say it's definitely not fake news. T Cal came in and said Ted is terrible. Yeah, he refused to wear a mask on a commercial flight. But then when he tests positive, he quarantined and silent. Didn't say nothing. But he came back out in time to come out and vote for the Supreme Court nominee to speak on her behalf. I just feel like none of us should be entitled to make a right for a woman body. And that's what's at stake. So eventually it's going to come out that you can't have no more kids. They're going to tell a woman how many kids she can have. So that's not good. Um, Robin said, if a divorce Ted Cruz so damn fast, um, if I was his wife, okay, she said, I would divorce Ted Cruz so damn fast if I was his wife. I don't know how you can even deal with it. Anybody really, but then again, they say it's somebody for everybody. Some people they just sit around and agree with everything that happened. And unfortunately, that's the society we live in. I feel like a woman have a right to speak their mind and be respectful. And just like a man should be able to speak his mind and be respectful also. If you're in a relationship, you have to agree with each other. You may not agree on everything, but you have to compromise. Somebody have to compromise and say, you know what, let's do it like this. But we need to agree as a household and not um, get it to the point where we just tired of folks. So uh, uh, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it at all. But that's your opinion, though. Eva, you're entitled to it. I'm okay with it. You're definitely right to have your opinion. Um, who knows? Who knows? She want to know how many people did Cruz infect. We don't know. Hell, we don't know about all of them because Trump keep doing these super spreader. Matter of fact, in that rally he did today, I was working on some other stuff, and I just had it playing in the background. And well, I was taking notes. I was taking notes at the time, and so I wasn't watching the monitor at all time. But and from time to time, I bag it up in case I missed something. But Trump sounded like he was clogged up, like he had was sick or something. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I know it's cold up in Wisconsin. He was outside, but I don't know. So uh right now, how many? Oh no, it's okay. Trust me, I understand. What you cooking on? Here's the question. Uh Sick imagination here. I understand. Hey, I'm used to you by now, Eva. We had that type of relationship. You'll say something. I have the choice if I'm gonna put it up or not, or I'm gonna just keep on rolling by it. T Cal said, she must be a mess. Two must be talking about his wife, Ted Cruz' wife. And radio said Cruz supported Trump even after Donald Trump insulted his wife during the primaries in 2016. Yes. Yes, he did, because he did call his wife ugly. Um, but it's somebody for everybody. Yes, a woman should have her own voice, and I'm a supporter of life, but again, it's the woman's choice. Exactly. I'm a supporter of life, and that's all to it. Um, uh, no, I'm not going to agree with you on that, Eva, but we'll see. Fried potatoes for my beef stew and some homemade chicken soup. Lord have mercy. That sure sound good. Hope you have some cornbread going with it. Um, I actually made some homemade chili yesterday. So after talking Sunday night about chili, I decided to do some homemade chili yesterday, uh, and had had a nice pot of it. So um, pretty much finished it up today. So and that sound good. Fried potatoes, do some Jack Malcolms with it, and that'll really be good. um, and some homemade biscuit. And gotta get some of that burn syrup, that rabbit syrup, blackburn syrup. That's a Texas thing, though. Um, yeah, normally when it get cold, I normally um I normally do homemade chili. Um, I at one point I probably was making it like once a week, homemade chili, and I just love it during this time of the year. Then occasionally I switch it up and do some homemade soup, which is good. Some chicken soup. I actually had a friend on Facebook. She did a homemade chicken pot pie. And I'm like, man, that sure do look good. So I may try that one day. Why it's cold. Get it in. Um, um, then radio said, I guess it'll be chili dogs next. I did chili dogs last week, and so that sounds good. Evil said talking about fried gators. Hey, I love some fried gators. Love frog legs too. Um, I like my frog legs a little bit crispy. Marcellus woke up. He said fried gator is good. Yes, it is, especially if they season right. Um, Fried gator giblets and a big old burrito tucked with some catfish and this here homemade hot sauce. Lord have mercy. See, y'all making me hungry again. Uh, yeah, chili is good on just about everything. Now, see, when I visited Washington last year, was it last year? No, yeah, last year. Um, went up to Seattle last year, and up there when they make, how Robin probably can testify, when they do those street dogs, no hot dogs off the street over there by the what's that center called, the Space Shuttle Center. um they have like a vendor out there with hot dogs, with Brotsworth. So what they do, uh they grill you, kind of put your buns on the toast, warm them up, and they put cream cheese on the Brotsworth, and then they fly the Brotsworth in there and put your bell peppers and onions on there, and they'll throw like some spicy mustard or something on it, which is really good. So from time to time, I may actually get um when I do hot dogs or do Brotsworth, I probably would put some cream cheese inside the bun, and I do my hot dogs completely different because once I put the chili on there, the cheese, I put them in the oven and broil them to the where they have a little crisp to them, where you have to use a fork with them and eat them like that. So they're real good and cheesy. Um, so yeah, I'm y'all start making me hungry. Marcella said, "Yeah, I'm on the graveyard shift tonight, so I'm late." Okay, you work at a hospital, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think you used to or something. Um, I never had garlic bread with chili on it, but I'm a big eater of garlic bread. I love garlic. I cook with garlic all the time, so I love garlic. Anything that have garlic in it, I'm okay with it. Um, so yeah, when it come down to garlic, I love it. Um, it can be garlic bread, garlic toast. Um, I cook with um okay, yeah, don't say where you at because evil might show up at your job or something. uh, yeah, but I love anything with garlic in it. Um, like if I go to like Blaze Pizza or to a little pizza place where you pick out your topping, and when I go in there, I'll be like, hey, um, if they have like fresh garlic or roasted garlic, I tell them put extra garlic on it. For the simple fact I love garlic, and they be looking like, "Ooh, that's a lot of garlic." I said, "Trust me. Once you put it in that oven, it's all gonna look good. So gonna taste good. I love some garlic, and it's good for your cholesterols too. So say something like what? Oh, talking about you showing up at his job. Where you start talking about gators? Exactly, Marcel. You know, he'll say something, then they'll turn around and say it's a joke. a lot of laugh. Come on now. I know you have tough skin. Uh, I take your jokes. Come on now, take my jokes. But it's all fun and game. Exactly. We all good people. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna speak the truth. Um, we may not agree with each other all the time, which we started off on a good foot tonight, even because I think the first 5 or 6 5 or 6 comments you made, I'm like, man, we on the road tonight. We agreeing to everything tonight. Then you started with that fake news stuff, and then it went downhill. Every time I tell you we're agreeing to something, it always goes downhill. Um, but so those are the stories we talked about tonight. Basically dealing with the death of Walter Wallace Jr., which is terrible. Um, we need better systems in place for when someone are having a mental crisis. It don't need to cost them their life. It don't make sense to lose your life over having a mental breakdown. And that's scary because in the times that we are in today, it's very scary. Um, and it's so scary that it make you don't want to call the police for nothing. Because over the last month or so, we seen where the brother out in Wolf City was trying to do the right thing, breaking up a domestic violence. And because of the color of his skin, he was shot and killed. And he wasn't the problem. He even tried to shake the officer hand when he came up. And the officer shot and killed him. We hear about things like this all the time. We hear about the George Floyd, the Breonna Taylor, and the list is so long. It's too long to uh, uh, try to say all the names because it's hard. It seemed like every month or every couple of weeks we're having to deal with things like this. And when it come down to the fact that um, the fact that we have a leader that only cares about itself, and that's a proven fact. If people just sit back, open their eyes, and listen to what he's saying, what he's really saying, it's no way he should ever been elected because he done this many of times. So you can support whoever you want to. Here in Texas, this is our last week of early voting. Friday is the last day. So hopefully you have voted, are planning on going before Friday, because on Tuesday, that's absolutely the last day you can vote. Because what's going to happen for everybody waiting until election day to vote, you're taking the risk of having to wait for a long line. And it's going to be lines, even though um, here in Texas, they said we're about to hit 1 million people that have voted. Um, I want to say they just said between Dallas and Tarrant County, if I'm not mistaken, but I know they said Texas. Um, so that's what we're dealing with. Jay, welcome to the show. You came in kind of late, but it was enough distance between Walter Wallace and the police officer. It was two officers, and they was not standing side by side. So you can actually, if you're looking at the video, look at the video. What happened to the point of all our tax dollars that paid for tasers, all the donations that was given to police department for tasers? So I understand you are a Trump supporter, and you more than welcome. I just wish you show up a little bit early and actually listen to the entire show. Um, but once again, it was wrong. Yes, and I said he had a knife. He had a knife, but these officers could have done things before it got to that point. When he went around the car, they had enough time to get a taser and try to tase him first. And if you listen to the full show, you would know I said earlier it was two of them. If one would have tased him and if he got away, bam, that's completely different. But there was enough distance between them. So, um, yeah, that's another one won't make it to the stream either. Um, Marcella said, you could tell me you love me, but you got to show me too, not just to get my vote. Will you love me from November 2020 to November the 2nd, 2024? That's so true. That's why we need to hold these elected officials accountable from day one. We have to hold them accountable. And if they don't do what they say, we need to put them on blast. Let them know I'm pushing to get you out of office. Not just the federal level, but also our local level. We need to hold them accountable. That's why Greg Abbott, Ken Patson, Dan Patrick, um, Ted Cruz, John Connor, they all trying to do everything they can to keep us from voting. For the simple fact, they know a lot of people have woke up. And I said last night when John Connor voted for the nomination, I said he had to do it on his way out the door. For the simple fact, he know he's not going to win this election. He's not expected to win. People is tired of this secret society group that they only want to support half of the people, and whoever take their place, they have to realize we're going to hold them accountable also. With everything they do, we're going to be right there on top of them. Just like what ICE keep trying to do. Yeah, I support it. Yeah, not just on the federal level, but also the local level. Because our local governor have to realize, hey, if we don't do for our black community locally, they're not going to vote for us. So we need to hold them accountable. So we need to force our local officials to also look out for the black community also. You heard last night Adam say the black community is the backbone of America. Yes. And he's a Trump supporter. That's why I liked talking with him last night, because we didn't agree on everything, but we can have a dialogue. Unlike some people, Um, they do good for a couple of times, then they come back and go left. So it's good to have a dialogue with a person to have a clear understanding and be able to accept what I feel and I also accept what he feel, where he's coming from. And he wasn't afraid to answer the questions. So I really feel like that's a good thing. Um, Radio said, "Be careful what you wish for; you might get it." Which one you talking about? Um, I've been going off for a while. Um, so um, yeah, my okay, yeah. I have to read certain things before I put it up on the stream because um Eva go off on some. He go off far left. Robin said 1,000% pay attention and you use your voice in your own backyard, especially because there is power in numbers. We need out voice in the House and Senate. Yes, they know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen. They know Trump have to get out, either voluntarily or involuntary. So he have to go. It's time to make a change. Oh, you um talking about oh, Jay and Eva. Yeah, I just overlooked them. Uh Wishing for Trump having another 4 years. No, he need to go. Uh no, if you go, maybe you need to check your spell check because when you are um putting certain things, I'm not gonna put it up. So check your spell check. Speak the facts. I don't know who you talking about with the way that you putting things up. So I just overlook it. That's all it is. It's nothing personal. Um, yeah, I will chuckle about it because I have that option. I have the option to put it up and not put it up, and I choose not to. Now, if you would have wrote it correctly, I would have put it up, but you choose not to because you're trying to be like the clown in the White House and say things that he say. I just won't put it up. Uh, yeah, I know who you're talking about, but why don't you address the person correctly and don't address it like the clown do? And if you do that, I put it up, but don't put up fake stuff. That's fake news you're trying to put up. So do it the right way. Is it that hard to do it right? Is it that hard to address a person by who they are? Yeah, I call Trump a clown because it's a circus every time he opened his mouth. But what you're doing, you putting out fake news about a person because you listening to that clown. And I hate, well, no, I don't hate to. It actually kind of seemed like you part of the circus too, because you're repeating what he's saying and you know it's not true. He said his whole campaign, lock her up. And said once he get in office, he was gonna lock her up. I think at this point, he have a better chance going to jail than her. So, like I say, put it right. Put it right. And I'm gonna read it before it hit the stream. Um, exactly. Radio said Hillary's not even running this time around. Why does Trump and the rest of the GOP keep talking about her? And I'm gonna add one more to it. And his followers. And y'all keep bringing up these emails. Y'all keep bringing up lock her up and all of this. It didn't happen. So that would be fake news. That's the way Trump make y'all think that she's this terrible person. But where's the truth at? If he had that much evidence, why he haven't locked her up? And I guarantee, as soon as he get out of office, I think he'll go to jail before her. That's my opinion. Um, Robin said that Clown had this uh, proposal because he doesn't have anything of substance to say. He is what he is, a con man and a failed reality star. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, well, if she did anything wrong, why she not in jail? That's what Trump said he was gonna do. He said as soon as he got in office, he was gonna make sure she was locked up. And it haven't happened. That's why I tell you all the time, Evil, listen to everything. Do your research. This man said he was gonna lock Hillary up. This man said he was gonna have Mexico pay for the wall. This man said a lot of things. He didn't do none of it. He didn't do not one of it. So stop spreading those lies. This man continued to lie to y'all, but you're too blind to see this. Um, exactly. I think he is. Obama said today Trump is jealous of the coverage COVID gets. Exactly. COVID get more coverage than him. And then when they add into it, be like, well, the president ain't got no plan for it. There's no plans to get rid of it yet. So yeah, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem. It's been 4 years. He been talking about this for 6 years. I'm just saying. You continue to keep on saying justice is slow, but if he have that much evidence, why it haven't happened? Because it's not gonna happen. Hillary don't care about that. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought it came out that it was fake news about that. So hey, Robin said the GOP is a one trick pony. It worked last year. Trump has had 4 years to lock her up. He seven got his own AG, but she is still walking around free because there is no crime. Just like President Obama and Biden, no crimes to lock them up for according to his own team. The jig is up. Nothing to say. Exactly. It's up. Why why are y'all still talking about it? And I don't understand it. It's crazy. He's still telling y'all this and y'all still believing it. And that's the problem. That's the mental illness that is in America today because this guy said people automatically assume it's right. Regardless of what everybody else is saying, they listen to him and they just automatically assume because he said it, it's right. No question asked, it's right because Trump said it. No, that's not the case. It's not true. It's not right. And that's all to it. Radio said Barr couldn't even bring charges on the Obama wiretapping theory. Why? Because there was no evidence. But let Trump said he still say today they investigated his campaign. Okay. I feel like all of you need to be investigated. Okay, that's your opinion, Eva. Like I said, uh, see, that's all. That's all information that you're assuming. I don't have no way of verifying that right now. And you do it in the middle of a show. eh, Send me an email of everything you're talking about. Send me an email, and I'll look into it. But I'm not finna go back and because once I get off the show, uh, those messages are gone. I will have to watch the replay in order to get all the stuff you're saying. Send me an email. It's easier to do that compared to anything else. Um, but one thing about it, like I said, I'm not going to be going to these websites where it's Trump supporters saying all these things. It need to be some write down evidence. Welcome to the show, Chrissy Young. Thank you for watching. That's a new name. Welcome to the show, and please don't be afraid to chime in. You can always chat live with us during the show. You can chime in if it's something we're talking about, or if it's something else you want to bring up. Definitely be more than welcome to do it. Um, Also, Robin said they're still talking about it because there is nothing else to say. Is our economy good? Nope. Is it the foot down? Nope. Do we have a wall? Nope. Do we have higher paying jobs? Nope. Nope. And so on. Exactly. Um, Trump said today we have 400 feet of wall. Well, first of all, let me explain something. 400 feet of wall, and they started this maybe, no, he said 400 miles of wall. And they started this maybe a couple of years ago. Trump would throw numbers out there, but I would like to see where that 400 miles is. Because the thing is, dealing with construction, you're not finna pour that much wall in in that short period of time. It take a lot. It's a lot to do construction because you got to clear that area out. You have to turn around, get the ground right, get it everything set up, the rebar set up, and turn around and make sure it's in right. However they doing it, 400 miles of wall. Nope, I don't believe it. Um, on yeah, yeah. That's why I say I own a barbecue place up on Mars too. Um, Radio said, "How does Hillary have access to oh popped off uranium to sell it? Even North Korea has a hard time getting their hands on weapon grade uranium." Exactly. That's all conspiracy. But when people listen to a fool that is in office, a reality star, they will believe everything he say. And I don't know what you're talking about on that, Eva, so I'm gonna just overlook it. Um, there, no wall, million of dollars from the taxpayer of a military fund. They have replaced some wall and have less than a new mile. Yeah, according to Trump, he's saying 400 miles, which I don't believe in. You don't pour a wall, you use what's that? Lincoln, my hometown manufacturer. Well, it depends on what type of wall you are building. I've done construction before. I drove cement trucks back in the days. So it depends on what type of wall you are building. Some walls you make them precast before you get to that point, but you still have to have that ground level and ready for that wall. And then there's some wall you actually pour. So it's a difference in it. So it's a different. You cannot just pop up 400 miles in just a short period of time. It's a lot. It's a process you have to do. First of all, you need to make sure that ground is stable enough to hold that wall. And if I'm not mistaken, we seen a video. I don't know how true that video was, but we seen that video where the wall fell down in some spots. So it's a process you have to go through in order to get that wall steady enough and be able to hold anything coming toward it. And especially dealing with a border wall, I would assume you're gonna have to go down so many feet in the ground to make that wall stable enough. So that's something else you got to look into. So um, Robin said it's not 400 miles. I saw a pic in it, uh, and these are from the Border Patrol, or a piece of it. Yeah, that spell check is getting you all day long. Um, okay, and keep on going. Even Trump supporter living near the Texas-Mexico border said a wall would not make that much of a difference, and people crossing the border, it won't, because we seen where they actually dug tunnels for they won't be detected. So it's not going to make a difference. It's a waste of money, actually. Um, Robin said, "Oh, that's what we need to start doing a fact check." She said, "Okay, I just fact check. I was wrong. There are 3 miles of new wall. A lot of laugh, 3." And she gave it the benefit of a doubt, said it was 4. Just like that, Eva, you can also go and fact check yourself. Uh, that's what I said. So you saying with 8 yard bucket, and you saying that the walls was already made beforehand, but still, even if the walls are pre-made or poured fresh, either way, that short period of time with everything that is involved to do it, it won't happen. Not that quick. And Robin says she just fact checked. So far, it's only 3 miles of wall. That's all. It's not 400 miles. Um, so, um, no, I did not say that. See, that's the problem, Eva. We did not say anything about it's a waste of money to try to keep drugs out of America. I did not even mention the word drugs. Sometimes I wonder if you own drugs, because I'm like, we could be doing good. You hear what you want to hear, and I guess that's how Trump have you brainwashed, because we never said anything about drugs, keeping drugs out of America. What we did say is a waste of money, for the simple fact, radio said, even the Border Patrol said it's a waste of money because it's not going to help. And I agree, because the thing is, there have been proven fact that some of these people have dug tunnels to get in America. So if they dig in tunnels to get in, what difference would it make to build a wall? If you're not going, what, 10 feet down to make sure nobody is building a tunnel, you're wasting your time. That's all it is. Um, Trump could have saved some money and just put up signs saying, "Get off my lawn," along with the border, along the border. Yeah. And guess what? They was gonna do it either way. And they wasn't gonna listen. Um, Robin said, "Listen, Trump is no replacement for Georgia for Google." Ooh. And I went and got my eyes checked today, so I'm having some glasses in. They said 3 weeks before I get my new one. Listen, Trump is no replacement for Google nor Siri or Alexa's. Fact check, people. Exactly, fact check, and you will see it. Uh, I'm kind of lost on what you said, but haha, that's what I feel like when you add the fact that Trump's racist calls. He said good morning or something. Laugh my ass off. Okay. That's your opinion. But we all have our own opinion, which is okay. It's okay. We can agree not to agree, but what we can agree on, we need to be able to vote. If you haven't voted, get out and vote. November the 3rd is the last day. If you don't take advantage to vote, if you can legally vote, if you don't take advantage of it, don't complain about what happened, regardless of who you are supporting. Definitely get out and vote. Welcome to the show, Caitlin Harris. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't see when you came in, but you could definitely um, chime in. Eva, we're not going that way tonight because Trump is on a list just like the Bush was. After the last Bush, and they said it would never be another Bush in office. So Trump is on that list. It's not going to happen. 2024, Trump will be, and hopefully 2021, Trump ass will be in jail. And that's all to it. And hopefully he be in jail and we don't have to deal with him no more. So that's wishful thinking. I'm gonna let you wake up out of that dream, and yeah, you full of it now. I didn't know you could count by four that quick, but that's cool. But hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Um, um, we will be back Thursday night with Miss Risky. Thursday night, Miss Risky, and of course, we will be doing our regular things on Thursday. So definitely tune back in. I may be coming on tomorrow. Don't know for sure just yet. Thank you, Radio. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Radio Eva Donkey, Jay, Robin, T. Cal, Marcella Smith, Caitlin Harris, and anyone else that I did not mention. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Janelle Walters, I didn't see when you came in, but welcome. Um, and anyone else that is Alice Centellin, anyone else I didn't see that came in. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. You are listening to Speak on It with Who You With Kurt, though. You can always live chat with us during a live show. If you have comments or a subject you would like for us to speak on, you can always email me and we can actually speak on it. Uh, Definitely tune in with us on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time, and on Thursday with Miss Risky. Love each and every one of you. Um, love each and every one of you. Until then, peace.